easily in an underground city. Okay? Please follow me. See, red arrow and blue one. Red one leads you all the way down to bottom. Blue one back to the civilization.
Okay.
Underground cities, because they said it's so soft we can easily enlarge it, and we can hide ourselves in case of emergencies. And we have more than 12 major underground cities in Cappadocia. This is the second largest one. It's called kaymaklı, with cream. They used to make cream out of yogurt. Very similar to the one you had yesterday. It's the top part of the yogurt. Okay, special yogurt. Kaymaklı. And this place was discovered accidentally. A shepherd grazing, herding his sheep. Suddenly, all of a sudden, one of the sheep goes into a hole, and they try to take sheep out, but they realized there's a strange world underground. So they started cleaning all these cells, because this is coming down all the time. So most of the cells were full of dust. They opened up most of the stories of underground, but there are still so many stories covered with this dust at the moment. These sort of places were used by very ancient people, but for main purpose, living underground was to hide themselves. Who were hiding? They were Christians. They were early Christians. They were persecuted, tortured by pagan Romans, and they had to hide themselves. Cappadocia was at the crossroad of trading areas, and there were really a significant population of Christians living there, but they were not tolerated by Romans. So the solution they found was to hide themselves underground. As the population grew, they enlarged their underground cities. For example, we have here in this underground city some 7 layers of settlements, 7 layers of stories, 7 stories, let's say. But it's not like an apartment on top of each other, because this is very soft. It can easily collapse. It's like branches of trees. One story here, another one here, and another one over here. Okay? And today we are allowed to see some 5 stories, rest close for us. But historians arrange a nice route for us to have an idea about the underground city. We will be seeing only, say, 10-15% of the underground city here, because it was huge. An estimated population of the underground city was about 3,000. 3,000 people might have lived in this underground city. So, Christianity became official religion. You may say they didn't have to hide themselves, but they got used to living underground. So, if you change your mind and if you like to live on the surface, you have to build another city, right? They did, a small town. But basically they were using this underground city again. Especially after Roman Empire collapsed, was split up into 2, there was a chaos in Roman Empire. So there were people attacking the empire from many places, and it was the second emergency for them. So they came back and lived underground city again. So basically we are talking about 2nd and the 3rd centuries and 10th, 11th and the 12th centuries. Then they left underground cities. But every day almost, with no exaggeration, they find another one in Cappadocia.
And leave any art behind?
Excuse me?
Any artworks or anything like that?
Yes, they found a lot of items here, but they of course are in museums, different museums, they exhibit them.
What did they do with livestock? They weren't down here too. Did someone watch them above? And
No, there was really tiny entrance, like a little chimney, as an entrance to the underground city. Okay, for example, this place, it was really tiny. It was opened up for us to have an idea, and they had got everything underground. For example, this place was their stable. They were keeping animals here. Size of storage, we estimated how much wheat they can keep in these storages, and how much or how many breads you can make with these grains, how many people you can feed with these breads? So you can get an estimated number of people who might have lived. On the right hand side is Zelve Open Air Museum, or because of the shape of the fairy chimneys. Symbolize always separate. So they were looking after all these dogs of the creatures living in the area. They still live here. Big numbers. Let's walk up the stairs. I'll show you a couple more churches. Yeah, more or less same.
These are the same people who were in hiding or living in these.
Same people. After Christianity became official religion, we didn't have to hide that stuff.